So you've been hearing a lot about Utah lately. After all, Utah is listed as one of the top states that people are moving to, but it's also one of the hottest housing markets that we have in the country. But today we'll be talking about why people are leaving the state of Utah. So let's get after it right now. And welcome to the Living in Utah channel. I'm Mike Gallagher. I'm a local real estate agent right here in the local area. On this channel, we talk everything about the state of Utah. Eating, sleeping, drinking, playing. If this is your first time to my channel, you may consider tapping that subscribe button down below and hitting that bell notification, and you'll receive an alert every time I release a new video. And that's every week. And honestly, we've been helping people from all over the world buy or sell real estate right here in the local area. We absolutely love it. So if I can be of any assistance, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, days, nights, or weekends. We got your back when moving to the U state. Today, we're talking about why some people are leaving the state of Utah or basically deciding to call it quits. This is just my opinion on talking to many people who have moved here and then decided to move to another location. First on my list, making new friends. Some people are leaving destinations that they've lived in for 10, 20 or more years. They know their local community. They have a group of friends. They have their favorite shopping spots. And it's a challenge to move to another state and meet new people. They get here, they feel lonely. You know, I understand. I totally understand. As a child, I grew up in a military family, and we lived in many great places, had some great times. But at the same time, I was always making new friends. Whether you're a child or an adult, it's never easy. I have some suggestions. Use modern technology. Go on the internet under like Facebook and search groups that meet your interests. Maybe you're a golfer, a fisherman, a mountain biker, a hiker, maybe family groups, and meet people that have similar interests that you have. And if there's not a group, just create one. Maybe you're an underwater welder. You can always create your own group. Once you find your particular groups, get involved in the groups. Invite them out for coffee, lunch, build that network of friends that have the same interests that you have. You can also volunteer at local charities. I'm part of a group that raises money for cancer. They hold events, meetings, fundraisers, and in my opinion, a great group of people. So go join some groups or a charity or your local church. Next on the list, the rising home costs. With the population growth that we've seen in this state, the low interest rates, there's been a huge demand on housing. Whether you're buying or renting, prices have risen very high. And I'm not talking about just in small areas or certain pockets of the state. Pretty much the whole state has seen rising prices. We are in a situation of low supply and high demand, which once again drives prices to the sky. Now, on the rental side, a lot of people have moved to the state of Utah. Just about everywhere I go, you see new apartments to help meet the demand of the people that are moving to the state. Most of these apartments are beautiful. You get the modern cabinets, you get the modern paint colors, the modern flooring. With that, they're expensive to build. They're multi-million-dollar buildings, and the companies that are behind these projects, they're looking for a return on their investment, and that usually comes in the form of higher rents. And we also have what I call Wall Street money, coming into town, coming into the state, buying up single-family homes, and then renting them out. Usually when they buy these homes, they usually raise the rents. This is actually happening across the United States. I've actually seen these companies come in and build brand new communities. And I'll call them on the phone and say, hey, I see you got some new builds out there. They're for rent only. They're not for sale. So the rising costs, whether you're renting or buying, makes it very difficult. And some people are deciding to leave the state, saying, bye-bye, I'm going to move somewhere else. Next on my list, the weather. If you decide to live in southern Utah, some people can't handle the hot temperatures that are in that area. 110 to 115 degrees is the norm. In northern Utah, during the winter months, it does receive snow and it does get cold. Some people don't like to shovel the snow or drive in the snow and deal with the cold weather. I have a solution though. If you still would like to live in the state of Utah and you can't handle the hot temperatures or the cold temperatures, you could purchase 2 homes. live in the north during the summer months, and during the winter months, live in southern Utah. Next on my list, sometimes people just move to the wrong neighborhood. Maybe they've chosen an area with high crime. Their car's getting broken into, their home's getting broken into, and they just don't feel safe in those particular communities, and they decide to leave the state of Utah. Sometimes people choose to, quote, live off the grid. They go to areas that are remote, have no amenities, sometimes no neighbors. It can feel lonely and boring, and some people miss those amenities of being able to run to the Costco, run to the grocery store, run to a movie theater real quick, and it just doesn't work out for some people. Now, there are other people who that is the perfect lifestyle. That is exactly what they want. Next on my list, I'm going to call this one too much change. There are people who have lived here for 10, 20, 30 years, maybe longer. They can't handle the change that's happening in Utah. The population growth, the increased traffic, simple things like going to a restaurant. Many years ago, you could just walk into a restaurant, grab a table, eat your dinner, and go home. Now some restaurants have lines going out the door. Some require you to make a reservation in advance. Movie theaters can be the same way. You get the very, very popular movies during the peak times. You have to purchase a ticket well in advance to go see that movie. Some people feel that Utah probably should have locked the borders and not let anyone else in. And for that reason, some people are deciding to move to another location and leaving the state of Utah. Next on my list, I'm going to put the pro sports teams. I've seen people leave the state due to the limited amount of pro sports that we have in the state of Utah. Let's say, for instance, you're from Southern California. You have the Chargers, the Rams, the Lakers, the Clippers, the Padres, the Angels, the Dodgers, the LA Kings, and I'm probably missing some. You also have two great horse racing tracks, Del Mar and Santa Anita, places that I love to visit myself. Now in Utah, our list is a lot shorter. It's easier to remember. We just have the Utah Jazz and RSL Soccer. That's about it for pro sports, but we do have some great college sports. But I've seen people leave the state of Utah because they miss owning season tickets or going to individual games to their favorite teams. But if you're looking for pro football or hockey, you can always drive down the road to Las Vegas. It's just a few hours down the road where you'll find the Las Vegas Raiders and the Las Vegas Knights. Coming in next on the list, low humidity. Now, this has always been a plus for me. I'm a big fan of low humidity. I like the low humidity, but for some people, they can't handle it. They have to move back to areas where you have higher humidity. Some of the issues that I've heard about: dry skin, itchy skin, chapped lips, cracked knuckles where they crack and even start to bleed. Also, some people get the possibility of bloody noses. Some people get an irritation in their sinuses, their nose, their throat. And another big one will be dry eyes. Some people have to use the liquid eye drops all the time. One tip for you, I own a humidifier and I think it helps a lot. It really helps with my skin. And also lotion. I really am a big fan of lotion. As I wrap this up in conclusion, I'd like to know your comments down below. Also, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. If I can help you with anything, reach out to me. Glad to be of any kind of assistance. Till the next video, take care and stay safe.